English podcast, everyone. Today, we're diving into something that sounds simple but is actually life-changing, your daily routine. You might think, I already have a routine, or I don't have time for one. But the truth is, the way you structure your day can completely transform your energy, focus, and overall well-being.
Absolutely, Michael. And it's important to understand, routines aren't about being rigid or robotic. They're about giving your mind a clear roadmap. When your day has predictable patterns, your brain knows what to expect, which reduces mental friction and frees energy for decisions that really matter.
Exactly. And it's not about packing your day with tasks. It's about designing a life where small, consistent actions compound over time. Even 5 minutes of intentional action each day can ripple into massive improvements.
Oh, and listeners, before we jump in, a quick reminder. If you like these episodes, subscribe and leave a comment about your current routine or the biggest challenge you have sticking to one. It really helps us tailor content that works for you.
Perfect. So let's start at the beginning. Why routines matter at all. Step 1. Understanding what they really do for your mind. Layla, let's start simple. Why do routines actually matter?
Great question. Routines reduce decision fatigue. Every day, your brain makes hundreds of choices, some trivial, some important. When you have predictable patterns, small actions become automatic. This frees mental energy for bigger decisions and complex problem solving. Think of it like preloading your day. The brain spends less energy deciding what to do first and more energy executing what really matters.
So routines aren't just about productivity. They actually save mental energy?
Predictable routines signal to the brain this part is handled. Less hesitation, less friction, more bandwidth for important choices. It's why people with solid routines often feel calmer and more focused. Their brain isn't constantly firefighting.
Hold on a second. So having the same morning pattern every day isn't boring. It's actually strategic.
Exactly. A consistent morning routine is like giving your mind a clear highway instead of a maze. Energy flows efficiently, stress levels drop, and the brain can start the day in a calm, deliberate state.
And emotionally, can routines really improve your mood?
Yes, they can. Predictable habits reduce uncertainty, which is one of the biggest sources of stress. Small wins, making your bed, enjoying a morning beverage, taking a short walk, create a sense of accomplishment. That small dopamine boost sets the tone for the entire day.
Are there hidden benefits people often overlook?
Routines influence relationships, energy levels, and even creativity. Consistent sleep, meal, and work schedules allow the mind and body to function optimally. Surprisingly, creativity actually thrives within structure. When your basic needs and schedules are stable, the brain has more bandwidth to innovate.
So routines don't kill creativity, they protect it.
No, think of it as giving your mind a safe, organized space where ideas can flourish without being drowned by chaos.
What about people who feel stuck? Can routines help them get unstuck?
Definitely. Small, consistent actions create momentum. Momentum leads to action, and action reduces overwhelm. Often feeling stuck isn't a lack of ideas, it's a lack of small steps that build confidence. Start small, pick one tiny action today, and repeat it consistently. The compounding effect is massive.
Do routines affect confidence too?
Absolutely. Following a routine builds self-trust. When you know you can commit to small, consistent actions, bigger challenges feel manageable. Each completed routine is evidence that you can follow through. Microdiscipline creates macro confidence.
That's a good point. So routines actually reinforce self-belief over time.
Confidence isn't just about achievements. It's about trusting that you'll do what you say you will. Routines create that trust daily.
Are there different types of routines people should consider?
Yes, several. Morning routines, work routines, evening routines, and weekly planning routines each serve a purpose. Mornings set your tone, work routines boost focus, evenings restore energy, and weekly planning ensures you're aligned with bigger goals. The key is consistency across all areas. That's what compounds results over time.
And the biggest myth about routines?
That they're boring or restrictive. Truth is, routines create freedom to focus on what really matters rather than wasting energy on trivial decisions.
You were saying structure equals freedom, not constraint, right?
Exactly. Less chaos, more clarity, and more control over your life.
Layla, let's make this practical. How does a daily routine actually show up in someone's life?
Great question. A routine influences almost everything: how you start your day, how focused you are at work, even how much energy you have for friends and family. For example, someone who wakes up at a consistent time, spends a few minutes planning, and moves their body is likely to feel more alert, make better choices, and handle stress more calmly. Routines are like the scaffolding of life. They support everything else.
So it's more than just scheduling tasks. It affects energy and focus, too.
Think of energy as a battery. If your day is chaotic, your energy drains quickly. But when you have a routine, your battery is used efficiently. You know what matters, and your brain isn't wasting energy on trivial decisions.
Hold on, so even small habits like a 5-minute stretch in the morning can make a difference?
Absolutely. It's small, but it signals to your brain that the day is organized, predictable, and manageable. Your mind can operate in high performance mode rather than survival mode.
And what about relationships? How does a routine affect them?
It affects them a lot. When you follow a routine, you're more present. You're not distracted by unfinished tasks, random decisions, or chaos. You show up calmer, more attentive, and more reliable, which naturally strengthens connections with family, friends, or colleagues.
And what about mental fatigue? Can routines reduce that?
Yes, mental fatigue often comes from having too many open loops, unfinished tasks, decisions, and uncertainty. Routines close some of those loops automatically. Your brain doesn't have to keep checking what's next constantly. Predictability is like a mental rest.
You're telling me mental fatigue isn't just in your head, it's your brain burning energy unnecessarily.
Yes, a structured day lets your mind conserve energy for the decisions and tasks that truly matter.
Layla, can routines help with time management too?
When you have a routine, you know when tasks should happen. That reduces procrastination and wasted time. For instance, scheduling focused work blocks in the morning ensures high priority tasks are done when your energy is highest.
Does routine affect stress levels as well?
Yes, predictable patterns reduce uncertainty, which is a huge stress trigger. When your day has structure, you feel more in control. Even unexpected challenges feel manageable because your mind has already developed momentum and order.
That's interesting. So it's not that the day becomes perfect, it's that your mind feels prepared.
Exactly. Routines don't eliminate challenges, but they help your brain respond calmly instead of panicking.
What about productivity? Does following a routine guarantee success?
Not automatically, but routines create the environment for productivity. They remove friction, save energy, and build focus. Think of them as fertile soil. They don't grow the plant themselves, but they make it much easier for growth to happen.
And the biggest mistake people make with routines?
Trying to do too much at once. Overloading a day with rigid rules or unrealistic habits cause frustration and burnout. The goal is consistency with small, meaningful actions, not perfection.
So a simple, consistent routine beats a complicated, perfect one any day.
Consistency is the secret sauce. Small habits compounded over time create huge results.
Layla, now we know why routines matter, but how do you actually start building one?
The first step is clarity. You need to define what your priorities are and which areas of your day need structure. Start by asking, what habits or actions give me the biggest return on my energy? That could be focused work, exercise, planning, or self-care. Begin with just a few key routines. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to do everything at once.
So starting small is the key?
Exactly. Start with micro habits. Even 5 minutes counts. For example, if you want to exercise, start with a 5-minute walk. If you want to plan your day, start with writing 3 priorities. These small wins are surprisingly powerful. They build momentum, confidence, and consistency.
Hold on a second. So even tiny routines can lead to big changes?
Absolutely. It's the compound effect. Small habits repeated daily create massive results over time.
How do you make a routine stick?
Consistency is key, but structure helps too. Anchor habits to existing actions. For example, after brushing my teeth, I'll meditate for 2 minutes. Or after lunch, I'll write my top 3 tasks. Anchoring routines to something you already do automatically increases the likelihood they'll stick.
And what about motivation? Some people struggle when they don't feel like it.
Motivation is unreliable. That's why habits are better. Design your environment to make the habit easy and the alternative harder. For example, lay out workout clothes the night before, or keep your phone in another room during work blocks. When you remove friction, action becomes automatic, even if motivation is low.
That's obvious, but often overlooked. The environment really does most of the work, right?
Exactly. You can't rely on willpower alone. Environment and small, consistent steps are what build lasting routines.
Are there any common pitfalls to avoid when creating routines?
Yes, several. 1, trying to do too much at once. 2, being too rigid. Life happens and routines should be flexible. 3, not tracking or reviewing your habits. Without awareness, routines can drift or lose effectiveness. A simple journal or habit tracker can help you adjust and stay consistent.
How do you handle days when the routine breaks?
Don't panic. Flexibility is part of the routine. One off day doesn't ruin progress. The key is to resume immediately, not wait for the perfect moment. Think of routines as momentum. Missing a day is just a temporary pause.
So it's consistency over perfection. Keep moving, even if it's imperfect.
Exactly. Routines are about long-term habits, not short-term perfection.
And what about reviewing your routine? Is that necessary?
Absolutely. Periodic reflection ensures your routine aligned with your goals. Ask, is this habit giving me the energy, focus, or results I want? Adjust as needed. This keeps your routine effective and prevents it from becoming mindless or counterproductive.
Layla, any final tip for listeners starting a routine today?
Yes, pick one habit today, commit to it, track it, and reflect on it by the end of the week. Then add another. This simple step signals to your brain, I'm in control of my day. Over time, it builds momentum for bigger changes.
Before we move on, a quick note for listeners. If you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment sharing your first habit. Your action today is the foundation for tomorrow's transformation.
Great question, Michael. Maintenance starts with simplicity. Keep your core habits small. Large, complicated routines are difficult to sustain. When habits are simple, they become automatic over time, and your brain stops treating them as a chore.
So consistency matters more than intensity.
Exactly. Small, repeated actions create momentum. For example, walking 10 minutes daily beats an intense hour-long walk once a week. Your brain thrives on repetition. That's what converts action into habit.
Wait, so tiny steps every day are more powerful than sporadic big bursts?
Absolutely. It's like interest on a savings account. Small deposits add up over time, faster than occasional large deposits.
What role does tracking play in sustaining routines?
Tracking is crucial. It creates awareness and accountability. A simple habit tracker, journal, or even an app can show you your streaks, progress, and areas to adjust.
What about flexibility? Can a routine adapt over time?
Yes, long-term routines should evolve. Life changes, priorities shift, and routines must reflect that. A routine isn't a prison, it's a framework.
That makes sense. So a good routine is like a river, flowing but directed.
It provides structure while remaining adaptable to life's twists and turns.
Can accountability help maintain routines?
Definitely. Sharing your habit or routine with a friend, mentor, or community increases commitment. Even checking in once a week can dramatically improve adherence.
How do you prevent burnout from routines?
Burnout often comes from overloading or neglecting flexibility. Include rest periods, rewards, and enjoyable activities within your routine. Treat your routine as a support system, not a punishment. Balance is key. Sustainability beats perfection every time.
It's not about being perfect. It's about making the routine enjoyable and realistic.
100%. If your routine feels like a punishment, it won't last. Make it energizing, not draining.
What about motivation? Does it still matter once a routine is established?
Motivation becomes secondary. By the time a habit is ingrained, it requires less conscious effort. Motivation is useful in the beginning, but long-term routines rely on structure, environment, and consistency.
Layla, any final advice for keeping routines effective over years?
Review your routines periodically, weekly or monthly. Reflect, is this routine giving me energy, focus, and results? Adjust habits that aren't serving you. Every completed day reinforces your brain's trust in your ability to follow through.
Layla, now that we've gone through building and maintaining routines, how important is reflection in all of this?
Reflection is critical, Michael. Without it, routines can become mindless. Periodically stepping back lets you evaluate, is this routine helping me achieve my goals? Am I feeling more energetic, focused, and confident? Reflection turns habits from automatic actions into conscious growth tools.
I see. Reflection isn't just about thinking, it's checking alignment with goals.
It's about asking purposeful questions and adjusting based on what's working or not. Reflection helps you avoid burnout, keeps your routine relevant, and ensures your habits evolve with your life.
Without reflection, you might be stuck in habits that aren't actually helping you. How often should someone review their routine?
Weekly and monthly reviews work best. Weekly reviews check short-term progress. Did I stick to my core habits this week? Monthly reviews evaluate bigger trends. Is my routine supporting my bigger goals? Combining both creates a feedback loop that keeps you on track.
Can you tell us, please, how to adjust routines when life changes?
Routines must be adaptable. Life is dynamic. Priorities shift, challenges arise. A flexible routine absorbs these changes without collapsing. Flexibility ensures continuity.
That makes sense. So it's structure, not rigidity, right?
Exactly. Think of routines as a scaffold, strong enough to support growth, flexible enough to adjust.
Layla, how do you measure success with routines? Is it just completing them?
Not exactly. Success is measured by results and consistency. Are you more focused, less stressed, achieving your priorities? Routines are a tool. The real success is the impact they have on your life, not the completion of tasks alone.
What about mental benefits? Do routines help with mindset too?
Consistent routines reduce anxiety, improve confidence, and give a sense of control. When you know what to expect and follow through, your brain interprets this as mastery over your life. That's huge for mental clarity.
Routines aren't just about productivity, they actually protect your mental health. Can routines help with long-term goals too?
Yes, long-term goals are achieved through repeated small actions. Your routine is the bridge between daily effort and big outcomes. For example, exercising 20 minutes consistently transforms fitness over months. Small habits, big results.
Before we wrap up, what's one final tip for listeners ready to transform their day-to-day life?
Pick one habit today, commit to it, track it, and reflect on it by the end of the week. Then add another. This simple step signals to your brain, I'm in control of my day. Over time, it builds momentum for bigger changes.
Thanks, Layla, and thank you all for listening. If you found this episode valuable, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing the habit you'll start today, and share it with a friend who could use a better routine. Action is the only way to make these strategies real.